It's been a big start to the day in Canberra. To take us through it all, let's bring in our political reporter, Nicole Hegarty. Hi there, Nicole. So we've heard some reaction, but what have Sussan Ley's colleagues had to say?
Hi, Ros. Well, yes, we saw the assembled party room make their way outside the doors of that very secret meeting, and we started to hear some of the response to that. Everyone who chose to speak to the media said they welcomed the result and they were happy with it. This is particularly key to see that the party files in behind their new leadership team of Sussan Ley and also Ted O'Brien. Sussan Ley winning 29 votes to 25 to her leadership rival in Angus Taylor. In terms of the response, let's take a listen to what Linda Reynolds had to say.
Happy with the result?
Delighted with the result. Australia spoke very clearly to the Liberal Party. We've listened and we've acted, and we're united. Thank you.
30 video lead. Everyone happy with the result?
Absolutely.
It is a fairly tight result, only 4 votes in it when it comes to the party leader. The result, as you said, Ros, in the deputy ballot between Phil Thompson, who's from Townsville, and Ted O'Brien, whose office is based in Maroochydore on the Sunshine Coast, was a much easier contest for Ted O'Brien to win. In that particular matter, and it is key now that we see the party fold in and be united going forward in what is a very significant task in the rebuild of the party after their worst electoral defeat in history. Here's another backbencher in Aaron Violi with his take.
As a party, it's important that we now unify behind Sussan. We have a big job to do. It's not just on the leader, it's us as a party to unify, make sure that we support her, put the right policies in place, and that comes about from listening. So there are a lot of lessons from this result as a party we need to take, and we have to do it as a collective. We have to work together to understand where we went wrong, why we were rejected by the Australian people, be humble, listen, learn and move forward as a collective. It's the only way we can survive.
And Nicole, the Prime Minister's new front bench has been sworn in. Are there any standout changes?
Well, it was a room bursting at the seams with smiles this morning. Notable absences, though, off the back of the decision to sideline both Mark Dreyfus and Ed Husic from this second-term front bench. Some of the surprises we learnt yesterday afternoon in the new Attorney General being Michelle Rowland, taking that portfolio over from Mark Dreyfus. Now, she was previously the Communications Minister. Annika Wells steps into that role of Communications Minister but retains the sports portfolio. We also saw Tanya Plibersek moved from Environment across to Social Services. Murray Watt moved from Employment and Workplace Relations across to Environment and Water to fill that. And also we saw a number of people elevated to the Cabinet for the first time, one of those being Anna Lee from WA. She moves into a mixed portfolio of multicultural Australians as well as international development. Multicultural affairs is the actual title, as well as international development and also small business. And also, in addition to that, we see Tim Ayres move up into Cabinet and take on the innovation or industry and science portfolio. So a number of changes there, and then that formality taking place this morning with the swearing in. One of the biggest cabinets we've seen for some time, or broader front benches we've seen for some time, and definitely the biggest party of government in many, many years, or in fact ever, I think the Prime Minister said yesterday. So definitely a significant day here in Canberra, and there's yet another leadership contest to happen this week, the third being the Greens, which will be resolved on Thursday, Ros.
Nicole, thank you.